Michael, what's today's audio?
Today we're comparing the B&W 805D4 and 705S3.
It's a continuation from last time. Master, would you like to hear the comparison between the B&W 805D4 and 705S3?
Yes, I'd like to hear it.
Was there a difference in sound between the two?
Even though they're from the same manufacturer and just different series, there was a significant difference. The 805D4 is superior in every aspect, not just sound.
The top-of-the-line B&W models are truly different. What equipment are you using?
The audio source is Amazon Music, the network streamer is LinkPlay WM Ultra, the DAC is SM-Cell CU9 Pro, and the amplifier is SM-Cell PA200. I compared the speakers using B&W 805D4 and 705S3.
Do you have the spec sheets for the two models?
Here's the spec sheet. The specs are almost identical. The difference is in the frequency response range. The 805D4 has a range of 34 Hz to 35 kHz, while the 705D3 has a range of 45 Hz to 33 kHz. The high-frequency range is higher on the 805D4, and the low-frequency range also extends lower on the 805D4.
Regarding the high-frequency range, is it because of the diamond tweeter we discussed last time? What is the difference in the low-frequency range?
When you actually listen to both models, the high-frequency range is excellent, but the low-frequency range of the 805D4 is also outstanding in terms of quality and quantity. There are various reasons why the 805D4 has a lower frequency response range and better quality. One reason is that the 805D4 has a larger enclosure size. The dimensions of the two models are 240 by 440 by 373 mm for the 805D4 and 192 by 413 by 337 mm for the 705S3. Overall, the 805D4 is approximately 40 mm larger.
Does a 40 mm difference really make that much of a difference?
A 40 mm difference on all sides significantly increases the volume. Such a size difference results in richer low frequencies. Next is the difference in the magnet section. The 805D4 features a powerful magnetic circuit and long throw design, enabling it to produce better low frequencies even with the same input.
What is a long throw design?
A long throw design refers to a speaker unit, particularly a woofer, where the diaphragm is designed to move significantly back and forth. This design is primarily used to enhance low-frequency reproduction capabilities. To produce low frequencies, a large volume of air must be displaced. However, when the woofer's diameter is limited, the diaphragm is designed to move more extensively to achieve the necessary air displacement. The drawbacks include looser damping, heavier sound, and higher design complexity due to the larger movement, which makes distortion more likely. However, from what I've heard, the 805D4 doesn't feel like it has loose damping. Another unique feature of the 805D4 is its matrix structure, which achieves tight bass.
Matrix structure? I've never heard of that.
The matrix structure is an internal reinforcement structure adopted in B&W's high-end speakers. It's a grid-like frame structure developed to thoroughly suppress unnecessary vibrations and cabinet resonance.
Don't speakers vibrate?
Speakers themselves are instruments that shouldn't resonate. Ideally, they should only transmit air vibrations. In reality, the cabinet also vibrates slightly, producing unwanted sounds, cabinet resonance. This cabinet resonance is the cause of sound distortion, poor localization, and a collapsed soundstage.
The matrix structure prevents cabinet resonance.
These technologies are not present in the 705S3. That's why the 805D4 has superior bass reproduction capabilities.
I see. Not only the diamond tweeter but also the technologies used are different, so the 805D4 is superior. How much does the price differ between the two models?
The retail price for the 805D4 is approximately $10,000, while the 705S3 is approximately $3,600.
There's a threefold price difference. Are there any other differences besides sound quality?
The appearance is significantly different. Both models I own are in the color rosewood, but the shapes are vastly different.
Aren't they both rectangular prisms?
The 805D4 isn't as angular as the 705S3. It has a sleek, beautiful design. The curved enclosure looks fantastic. Of course, the lack of sharp edges should also have a positive effect on sound reflection.
The 705S3 should also have a curved enclosure.
It's probably difficult due to cost issues. Even though the two models have a similar appearance, the 705S3 cannot afford the cost. Additionally, the 805D4 is handmade by craftsmen in B&W's home country of the UK, while the 705S3 is contract manufactured in China and assembled on an assembly line. It would be impossible to achieve the same appearance as the 800 series. The differences in appearance are also significant in the tweeter section at the top of the speaker. First, the tweeter on the 805D4 is longer. The 705S3 is also long, but the 805D4 extends from the front to the back of the speaker.
Why is the diamond tweeter longer?
The reason the diamond tweeter is longer is because it's designed to match the characteristics of the diamond dome. Diamond has extremely high rigidity, enabling flat reproduction up to ultra-high frequencies, 40 kHz and above, far exceeding 20 kHz. To reduce the effects of resonance, diffraction, and rear reflections that occur during ultra-high frequency reproduction, sufficient space is needed on the back, rear of the tweeter. For this reason, a long tubular housing, solid body tweeter on top, is used to absorb rear sounds and achieve clear high frequencies. Additionally, the tweeter's diaphragm emits sound forward while also releasing energy to the rear. If the rear space is too narrow, reflected waves can re-impact the dome, causing distortion. To prevent this, the housing is designed to be long, with sound-absorbing material and a tapered tube structure to ensure that rear sounds dissipate smoothly. In contrast, the 705S3 features a carbon dome tweeter, also using the tweeter on top structure, but since the material has lower requirements for resonance and reflection compared to a diamond dome, the housing is designed to be slightly shorter and more compact.
I see.
Additionally, the tweeter area of the 805D4 is covered in leather, giving it a premium and elegant appearance. The rear structures of the two models also differ significantly. While the terminals have a similar design, their arrangement is different. The key difference lies in the crossover circuit. The crossover board of the 805D4 is mounted on the rear aluminum spine. This aluminum plate functions as a heat sink, enhancing stability against heat treatment and current distortion. On the other hand, the crossover of the 705S3 is housed internally and not visible from the outside, with standard-level cooling and external vibration countermeasures.
What is a crossover circuit?
A crossover circuit is a circuit that separates signals of different frequency bands within a speaker system and distributes them to the appropriate units. It is a crucial design element that significantly influences sound quality.
From what you're saying, the 805D4 and 705S3 are quite different in many ways.
That's why the sound quality of the two models is completely different.
Do you think the 805D4, which is 3 times more expensive than the 705S3, is worth the price?
The price is indeed 3 times higher than the 705S3, which is expensive. However, once you understand the differences between the two models, the price difference becomes more understandable.
Do you recommend the 805D4, Michael?
In terms of how the speakers sound, both are from the same manufacturer, so they share the same directionality. However, the details are quite different. If you have the budget, I would definitely recommend the 805D4.
I see. Master, do you want the 805D4 now?
Yes, I want it.